Dan Delmar, live on News Talk 1010 Toronto and CJAD 800 Montreal, the 401 show on this New Year's Eve. Happy New Year. Happy Hanukkah as well. Let's end the year with a love story, shall we? A typically Canadian, cross-border, bureaucracy-filled love story. Joining us now is Jaimie Roussos. She wrote an op-ed in the Montreal Gazette about the family reunification program and how she really just wants to be with her husband. Jaimie, hello.
Hi.
Thanks for joining us and for speaking out about this.
Thanks for having me.
So I want to read the first paragraph of your personal essay here in the Gazette from today, and I want you to fill me in afterwards, okay? So it starts very nice writing, by the way. It's a tale as old as time. Girl meets boy on dating app. Girl is unbothered by the 5-hour driving distance and country border between the two. Girl FaceTimes boy for 2 months before they spend a weekend together in Montreal. Then they travel back and forth for a year before getting engaged. Girl marries boy 6 months later. Then they file for permanent residency application. Okay, maybe not a story for the ages, but seems uncomplicated enough, right? Well, it got complicated. How long ago was that? When did you get married? And what's your status now?
Yeah, so I met my husband online in early 2022. We ended up getting engaged in April 2023, got married 6 months later in October 2023, and now we've been married for just over a year.
And you're snuggling with him on the couch right now, right?
Well, he's in the office finishing up some stuff, but yeah, we're both in Montreal right now as we speak.
Okay, now he's not permanent, is he? Does he have to go back and forth at this point?
Yeah, so what we've been doing actually is we've been going back and forth together for the most part. So we filed our permanent residency application last December, soon after we got married. So it's been about a year now. But because it hasn't been processed yet, we still have to go back and forth between our two countries since my husband Adam can only be here at most 6 months out of the year.
Is this delay typical for this kind of situation?
Typical in Quebec, but nowhere else in Canada. So every other Canadian province, the average processing time is about 10 to 12 months, although lately it's been even faster than that. However, in Quebec, because we have spousal quotas imposed by the CAQ government, if all goes well, it takes 3 years. In some cases, could even take up to 4 or 5 years.
Spousal quotas. So they're sort of clamping down on the family reunification program in Quebec, letting fewer spouses in every year?
That's exactly right.
Okay. How do you feel about that restriction?
It's frustrating and it's disappointing. It's something I wish we had more information about when we applied. Truthfully, I think if we knew everything we knew now, we probably would have chosen to move to another province and maybe apply from there and move back at a later time. But for now, we're already a year into it, so I think we're just going to wait it out. But, it's incredibly frustrating not really knowing where our fate lies and when it's all going to work out for us.
Jaimie Roussos writes in the Montreal Gazette, Quebec's family reunification delays have trapped me and my husband in limbo. So you guys are together. You just have to sort of travel back and forth between the two places. How's that working for your work?
It's actually been working out all right. Thankfully, we're both able to work remotely, so it's been okay for the most part. It's just a lot of logistics and figuring it out day to day.
And any way to speed it up? I mean, it's not like I assume there's no criminal background situations or anything that might pose a red flag there?
No, definitely not. And, it's not just us. There's 40,000 other Quebec families in our same situation, some who have been waiting much longer than we have, 2, 3, even 4 years. So for now, it's really just waiting and hoping for some federal government intervention. Mark Miller had said earlier this year, the immigration minister, that he would intervene and start processing more applications. We haven't seen that happen yet, but we're hoping for this to happen next year.
So you've got involved with a lobby group on this issue, Quebec Reunifié, or Quebec Reunified.
Yes.
Tell us what kind of other types of cases you're seeing from people in this group.
Yeah, seeing all kinds of cases. I mean, we really consider ourselves lucky because our home countries, we're only 5 hours apart, so we're still able to spend most of our time together. But there's lots of people whose partners live all around the world. Some are separated from their kids, their spouses, their parents. And because they need visitor visas to be able to see each other, some of them have their visitor visas continuously denied and have been separated for over a year at this point. So it's been really hard to see stories like that.
Do you think the fact that you guys kind of hooked up online and got engaged fairly quickly within months, does that matter at all? Does that seem less credible in the eyes of the authorities? Is that why maybe you're lower in the pile?
Well, we did work with a lawyer to make sure our application was as, comprehensive and legitimate as possible, and that included showing a lot of photos and really proving our relationship legitimate. So it's really just the quotas that's causing the delay at this point. There's people who have been together for even longer amounts of time whose applications have been sitting much longer than ours have, who still haven't gotten a response yet.
So what kind of questions do they ask you to prove that it's a real relationship and not kind of some kind of weird internet scam or something?
Oh gosh, everything. I mean, we had to write letters. We had letters written by family members. We included a lot of different pictures from different times in our relationships with dates included. Really, really all kinds of things to prove our case.
And tell me, how come you decided to cross-border date? That seems like a lot of effort. I was saying earlier that even when my wife was in Toronto, going down the 401 a couple times a month was super exhausting. I can't imagine going across the border as well.
I guess so. I mean, I've always said I think anything's worth it for the right person.
True.
But really during COVID, I kind of became more open-minded when I was just sitting in my apartment alone on my phone trying to find creative ways to meet people. I got more open about distance and meeting people kind of outside what you would expect.
And now just to speak up for all the local single guys here in Montreal, what's wrong with them? Come on now, Jaimie. Plenty of good guys in Montreal, right?
Sure. Yeah, nothing wrong with them. I just wasn't meant to be someone from here, I guess.
Fair enough. And so do you have any timeline as far as when you guys can just kind of live normally and start your life?
I mean, the most updated timeline we have is really that it's going to take 36 months. So since we're already 12 months into that, another 2 years, unless something changes in this process. One workaround is if my husband were to find a job here, he would be able to stay, except it's kind of a catch-22 because you can't really get a job here if you're not a permanent resident. So kind of just waiting it out for now.
And are you guys planning to stay here in Montreal and Quebec? And have you prepared your husband for the challenges that he'll face in French?
Yeah, I mean, that's the plan for now. It's a little hard when we have to go back and forth all the time and can't really fully integrate into Quebec society and culture. But the plan for now is to stay here, yeah.
Okay, well, good luck and stay in touch with CJAD. We'd love to hear an update in the coming months. Good luck, Jaimie.
Thank you so much for having me.
Jaimie Roussos writes in the Montreal Gazette that Quebec's family reunification delays have trapped me and my husband in limbo.